barked Max, his tail wagging like a happy windmill. Ryan laughed and held onto Max's little red leash. "Easy, Max," Ryan said. They had just arrived at a big, sunny farm. The air smelled sweet, like fresh grass and warm sunshine. And right in front of Ryan was the biggest horse Ryan had ever seen. The horse was as tall as a small tree, with strong legs and feet as big as dinner plates. It was a beautiful draft horse with a soft brown coat. The horse looked at Ryan and let out a long, rumbling sigh that sounded like a sleepy giant waking up from a nap. Max stopped barking and just stared, his ears perked up in surprise. Ryan looked at the giant horse, and the giant horse looked back at Ryan. "Wow," whispered Ryan. "You are a very, very big horse." The giant horse, whose name was Barnaby, wasn't just standing there. Barnaby was staring very hard at a big wooden sign. On the sign were 3 letters, H-A-Y. Barnaby squinted his big, gentle eyes and tried to read it. "How? Ah," Barnaby mumbled, his lips flopping. Then, he took a huge breath to say the last letter. "Ya-choo." A giant dusty sneeze exploded from Barnaby's nose. A little cloud of hay dust puffed into the air. Max, who was sniffing nearby, jumped back with a surprised yip. Ryan couldn't help but giggle. The silly horse had sneezed the word instead of saying it. Barnaby shook his big head, sending his mane flying, and looked at the sign again, looking a little bit confused. He really wanted to know what it said. Ryan watched Barnaby the horse try one more time. "Ha. Ah," Barnaby started, then just sighed. Ryan realized that the big horse wanted to learn how to read, just like Ryan was learning. Ryan walked right up to the wooden fence. Max trotted happily beside Ryan. "I can help you," Ryan said in a clear, friendly voice. "That word is hay. H-A-A-E spells hay. It's the yummy food you get to eat." Barnaby the horse stopped trying to sound it out. Barnaby blinked his huge, soft eyes and looked from the sign to Ryan. Then, Barnaby let out a happy, cheerful whinny. He understood. Max wagged his tail so hard that his whole body wiggled back and forth, happy that Ryan was such a good teacher. Barnaby was so excited. The big horse turned and nudged another sign with his soft nose. This sign had more letters, W-A-T-E-R. "Let's try this one together," said Ryan. Ryan pointed to each letter. "Wuh. Tuh." Barnaby tried to copy Ryan, but his big horse lips made a funny sound instead. "Blub, blub, 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 blub." It sounded like bubbles popping in a puddle. Ryan and Max both giggled at the silly noise. "You're close, Barnaby," Ryan cheered. "It says water for drinking." To show he understood, Barnaby walked over to his giant water trough and took a long, loud drink. "Slurp! Gulp! Gulp!" Max barked and wagged his tail, as if he was clapping for Barnaby's wonderful reading progress. Soon it was time for Ryan and Max to go home. As they walked toward the gate, Barnaby the horse followed them. On the gate was one last sign. It was a very long word, G-O-O-D-B-Y-E. Before Ryan could say anything, Barnaby looked at the sign and took a big breath. "Go! Boo! Boy! Yee!" Barnaby neighed loudly. It didn't sound exactly right, but it sounded like a happy, silly song. Ryan laughed and waved. "Goodbye, Barnaby. You're a great reader." Max gave one last happy woof. Barnaby the horse seemed to smile and winked one of his giant eyes. Ryan felt so proud that he helped a giant horse learn new words. Ryan and Max agreed it was the silliest, smartest, and funniest farm day ever.